Good morning, everybody. 3 minutes late today. My apologies. Always be prepared, which is something that I rarely am. Got in today, and while I was setting up, I stepped on an HDMI cable, which basically took out an entire camera. And I spent the last 20 minutes trying to rig an old camera to make sure that I could get on the air at 10 o'clock. So from what I can tell, it's a little pixelated. I can see when I move my hands and stuff, but it's going to have to do. Otherwise, I'll be keeping you guys waiting. So welcome. Thanks for making it. And let's get through this as usual. Who do we got? Elite Fitness. Nice to see you, man. Welcome. Let's get things loaded up here. I'm sure if I had about an extra 5 minutes, I could have figured that pixelation thing out, but oh well. We'll get through one day. You can still hear me, I hope. Everybody hear me okay? Let's see. Good morning, Case Pilates. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? I get a bit of a lag. I'm just trying to see. Yeah. So I can see I've got kind of the lines going through there, but oh well. Hopefully you can hear okay and we're all good. Right on. Okay. Finally get a drink of coffee. Elite Fitness, where are you from? I know Case Pilates is from Austria. Just always curious where people tune in from. Hey, Barbara. Let's see here. Just setting up on the fly here, guys. Bear with me. So how's everyone's week been? Case Pilates, did you you still growing past 1,000 or did it stop? Let me see here. Just trying to check my studio settings to make sure everything's good there, guys. Bobo. Content. Control room, that's what I want. All right, now we're talking. Oh, wow, St. Lucia. Very cool. That's a new one for us. All right, guys, let's get to it. Good morning. If it's your first time here, welcome. Typically, I aim to start these at 10 a.m. Usually it's about 10:05 before we actually get rolling. It's just the way it is when you're kind of producing and being on one of these live streams. I also switched to new software last week, which I'm just starting to get used to, and then that camera thing just threw me totally off today. But we're going now, and welcome to Fitness Marketing Hub live stream. These live streams, guys, are set up for you to ask questions. You know, I do videos almost every week focusing on different aspects of how to grow your channels, most of which are health and fitness based channels, and how to actually get them monetized and actually make it, if not a part-time job, small full-time job. So that's what we're here for. But obviously, I don't know the pain points of each one of your individual channels. So this is your chance to ask me your questions and let me know what's bothering you and what's, you know, what questions you have, what's not working. And hopefully I can give you a hand with that. So at any point, no matter how much rambling I'm doing over the course of this live stream, feel free to throw out a question. If I don't get to your question, throw it out again. because I'm basically monitoring this on my own. So I try and catch most of them, and I'm usually pretty good at catching them, but there's always going to be one or two that might slip away. So, all right. And also, if you haven't already, guys, make sure you hit that like button. That just lets anybody else that enters the live stream know that the live stream isn't all bad and that some of you actually like it. And if you guys have fitness followers and people that you connect with on other social platforms, by all means, feel free to share this. The more people that join us, the more questions, the more we can do these. So share away. Hey, Zanil. Zanil, can you confirm, is it Zanel or Zanil? Can you phonetically put that in the comments for me, just so I don't want to be saying your name wrong. My name is Regan, and I get called Regan a lot, so I know how it is. So I'd rather make sure I'm saying your name properly. Shut down my email so I don't get any more noises. Okay. All right, first question. Elite Fitness. I'm struggling to create long format content to keep viewers watching. I haven't had a chance to really look closely at your channel yet, Elite. I looked at it real briefly there last night just from my phone, but I will take a look at it. It depends what your content is. If you're doing, like, let me see if I can even bring it up while we're talking here. Might be a way to do it, because it's really hard for me to comment on it without really knowing much about your channel. Let's see. Boys, stop it. All right, here's your channel. So I can actually do a share screen, I believe. Let me see. All right, so let's have a look at your channel here. So right now you're doing a lot of short form exercise stuff. Have you tried long form content yet? Let me see. Let's see what's the longest. It's most popular. So I mean, for the kind of content that I'm seeing on there, Elite, you're doing a lot of like quick tutorials and stuff. Boys, stop it. You're doing a lot of quick tutorials and stuff. Those really should only be a minute or two. You know, brief explanation, demonstration, and just basically call to action at the end to subscribe to your channel or whatever. Long form content really, you know, if you're getting into doing full length workouts and things like that, then, you know, obviously that will be longer, and that content will do well if people are participating in the workouts. You know, your analytics are going to tell you what's working and what's not with that. But from what I've seen, I don't think you've done any too much long form stuff yet. I see a couple of St. Lucia after 24-hour lockdown. Those look like more personal videos maybe. But yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do is try some long form stuff. But as I said, tutorials don't have to be long form. I think if you're doing a workout video, that would obviously be 10, 15, 20 plus minutes. But try one, see how it goes. And then again, you study the analytics. It'll eventually tell you if people are bailing early. And with fitness videos, you're always going to get people that bail early, because people don't browse, then do a video. They tend to browse a day before or a week before, and they build up their list of videos that they want to do. And so somebody may only watch your video for 30 seconds, but they might like it to save it into their own playlist to do later. So that's always gonna, you know, you may have a 20-minute video, which has an average watch time of 5 minutes. That doesn't mean that people aren't doing the video. It means that there's people doing it for 20, 30 seconds, that are watching it for 20 or 30 seconds. And then they're basically, they might be abandoning it, or they might just be liking it and saving it for later and then doing it fully later. So hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. And also finding the right niche. That's just going to be trial and error. But I do think you have to zone it into 2 or 3 things. Like when I'm looking at your channel here again, there's quite a variety. Like I'm just looking at some of the stuff, like first time hearing Angelina Jordan, Teddy swims, I learned the magic push-up, bodybuilders reactions. There's too much variety in there. And I've talked about this, actually, I think we talked about this last week, where the YouTube algorithm, if it doesn't understand what your channel's about, it's not able to put your channel in front of the proper people. So what it's doing is it's guessing who your audience might be. And if they're not correct, then those are the people that'll watch your videos for 5-10 seconds and then turn it off, or they'll bypass it altogether. So that brings down your click-through rate and that brings down your average watch time. And that's what gets you, it kind of pushes you down as far as into the search engine results, because your videos are deemed not popular. I've actually used this channel as a great, what's the word I'm looking for? Brain freeze, coffee. A great example. This channel now I started this channel last year as just a secondary thing to do vlogs about what we're doing. And this channel started out as it took a while for it to pick up. But now just over the last 2 months, now I'm at the point where I'm getting, 10, 15 new subscribers daily. And the main reason is if you look at my channel, it's very, you fully understand what the channel is about. Everything has to do with growing a health and fitness channel. There's really nothing, unless you go way back into the early stuff, that has little to do with growing a health and fitness channel. So I think what's basically happened is now I'm actually starting to circulate in YouTube, and the people that find the channel tend to like it. And it's not so much that the channel is so good, I hope it is, but I also think that the people that are finding my channel are the people that really were looking for this kind of a channel. So my audience is exactly the audience that I want to find, and it's because the channel is so niched that it's finding the right people. So that's why you need to niche down. Dusty, stop it, please. That's why you need to niche down, and that's why you really need to start focusing in and have all your videos basically back up your niche. So the algorithm can start to understand what your personality is, who you're looking to attract, and they can start getting your videos in front of those people. Oh, so it is Zanil. Okay, good. Morning, Val. Done long form content, but deleted them because the duration was like 2 minutes. Well, see, 2 minutes wouldn't be long form content. That's still short. Long form content is when you're getting into, I would say, over 10 or over 15 minutes. A 2-minute video would still be considered a short video. Okay. Valerie, Regan, how do you pay someone to market? What are you referring to, Val? Like, oh wait, I see a bigger. Hey, Kirsten, I'm coming to you, Val. I see your other question. Good morning, Annalene. All right, get caught up here. How do you pay someone to market your channel? I know someone that is paying for a marketing manager. She went from 1.25 to 2.83 subs in a month. You can find people, Val, to do that. I mean, I do that for channels. There's people out there that do that. The risky thing is making sure you find somebody who's actually marketing your channel and not, charging you a certain amount and then buying back end subscribers to your videos. Ask your friend if her average view duration, things like that, like that's when you really know. Somebody could have, they could double their subscribers and they could double their views. But if the average view is like 6 or 7 seconds, that's a warning sign and a red flag that basically somebody has botted the channel and put fake followers and they're giving it fake views because they're watching it for just a split second just to have the view register, then they're pulling out. So that's something you have to watch for. And the second you see somebody doing that, then you know that they're not building anything. But with that said, there are agencies that do it. There are probably individuals that do it. I don't know if that's something you're going to find on Fiverr. The thing is, to market a fitness channel, you need to hire somebody that understands fitness marketing, not just marketing, because a lot of the rules are different. Hence the entire reason why I did this channel. There are a lot of channels like mine that talk about how to grow a YouTube channel, but the psychology of growing a fitness YouTube channel is drastically different. So not all the same rules apply. So just make sure you find somebody who is able to kind of understand the actual fitness realm. Like a great person to talk to would be Joe Arco. And by the way, guys, just so you know, because I don't know how much I put it out there, but there's a live stream tomorrow morning as well. Joe Arco's coming in tomorrow. So what we're going to do tomorrow, it'll be a Q&A for you guys to fire off questions to Joe. Joe is one of the very best fitness business coaches in Canada. He's a speaker. He does all that kind of stuff. He's also a personal trainer. He's owned health clubs. He has come up through very similar to me. Joe and I are actually very good friends because we have very similar upbringings through this industry where we paid our dues 10 times over to do what we're doing today. So looking forward to having Joe in. I haven't seen Joe in a while in person either, so it should be fun. But we're actually thinking on doing some live channel reviews. So if you have a channel that you want us to review tomorrow, DM me. Either you can hit me up on the live stream here, you can private message me, and we can set your channel up. Basically, we just have to make me a manager of your channel for the day, and then I can look at your analytics and we can talk live. And it's basically a free audit, which typically is something that we charge for. So just let me know. I got to try not to move because I can see my head shaking. So Val, hopefully that answers your question a bit, but we can also sidebar about this and talk if you have any particular questions, or if you want me to look at somebody you're considering hiring. I'll give you my honest opinion of it. Because again, aside from the fact that I'm trying to help you guys grow your channels, I'm also trying to help you do it on a budget. Because if you put out a bunch of money, and again, I've done this, I've hired publicists before, and I've paid them over $1,000 a month to help me grow my business as a producer. And it was a complete waste of time. It felt good because it felt good to say I have a publicist, but when you realize that you're doing more for the publicist than they're doing for you, you start to kind of regret it. And, and it just ended up costing me a lot of money that I could have put into equipment upgrades and things like that, and just advertising for myself. Because I think I kept her for 11 months or a year. So I mean, you're talking $11,000, $12,000 that I could have put into advertising my business on my own. And that's something that you guys have to think about too before you hire somebody. Are they really bringing something to the table that you don't already have? All right, let's get back up here. Oh, hang on one sec, guys. Sorry guys, because I'm using this old camera, I think it automatically shuts off, I would say about every 20 minutes. So I may have to jump up every 20 minutes and do a quick flick. I apologize. We'll have this fixed up for tomorrow. But yeah, basically this is just gonna be one of those days. Okay, where are we? Hopefully you can all still see me. Double check. All right. Val, Regan, can you create a 10-minute timer for us to purchase in Buy Me a Coffee? Yeah, I can, Val. I've actually got one now that I just haven't uploaded yet. It's a 60-minute timer, and you can buy that one and use it for whatever. You can chop it down to 10 minutes. You can chop it down to 60, whatever. But if you want me to chop it down for you and just upload it, I can do that as well. And yeah, what Val's referring to, guys, in case you haven't seen it there, up in this corner here, buymeacoffee.com/trainerhub. That is a place where, yes, you can just buy me a coffee if you really like this content. But more importantly, I try and add different assets for you guys to Buy Me a Coffee that you can purchase. So there are things there like if you have a channel with under 500 followers and you're interested in trying to seek out sponsors, there's an email template that you can basically use and create and basically rebuild in your own name to send to potential sponsors. There's also templates if you have over 1,000 or over 5,000, things like that. There are interval timers with audio cues in there that you can purchase quite cheaply. And I'm constantly adding to it. There's also Zoom consultations and things you can book. So if you haven't already, check it out. It's buymeacoffee.com/trainerhub. And there's stuff in there. If there's things you're looking for, let me know, because I basically try and create video assets that I think you guys might need or want. So check it out when you get a chance. Senior Shape Fitness, good morning. How do you see other people's analytics? Do you have to use TubeBuddy? No, what I do if I'm doing an audit, for example, is there is a spot in your YouTube studio where you can basically make somebody a manager, and you can make it. And what it does is, this is what I do with any of the clients that I'm working with now. They make me a manager of their channel, and it gives me full access to their channel where I can see all the analytics, and then I can basically break it down and tell them what's going on if it's an area they're not as familiar with. So there are things you can see in TubeBuddy and Social Blade and things like that, but nothing's going to give me a more accurate reading on your channel than your analytics, because everything else is just kind of guesstimates and stuff, or stuff that's already kind of made public. So that's basically how we do that for the channel assessments and whatnot. The nice thing about doing this with Joe here as well is that Joe understands, much like James, like how to actually marry your digital brand to a physical presence. So if you're a personal trainer and your digital brand is, something that you're building or utilizing to build a something bigger, then he knows how to basically merge that. Boys, settle. So it'll be good getting two different opinions on there on that. Boys, stop it, please. Boys, lie down. You're going to see me yell at my dogs a lot today. They're very wound up, and there's wires everywhere because, as I said, I had to set up this new camera very quickly. So all it's going to take is for them to trip over one wire and everything goes down. So we don't want that to happen. The views in the fitness industry are very low with channels over 1 million subs. Some of these channels get below 100,000 views. Yeah, that's because they have fake followers. I'm not going to hide my feelings towards that. There is a ratio. If you want to, you can tell. There's a ratio of subscribers to views that you can basically tell. Now, not all, some videos are going to do far better. Again, I've got videos on my channel that have 500,000 plus views. I've got videos on my channel that probably have a couple hundred views. So they're not all going to be the same, but it makes sense to the amount of subscribers I have. I have 16,000 subscribers on my channel. I grow by probably about 40 subscribers a day, and all my ratios match up. When you see these channels that have 10,000 subscribers and they're getting 50 views on a video, it doesn't make any sense. If you see somebody with 1 million subscribers, like, these are people that are basically playing house and they're not doing the work and they're trying to fast track it. I have no respect for that. This whole act as if culture, if you guys really want to see me go off on this, I'll go off on this right now, but this act as if culture angers me a great deal. And the reason it does is because I have gone through hell to try and build my business. And I know a lot of you guys have as well. And when I see people that try and fake it, they try and fake the views, fake the followers, and they throw celebrations because they reached 100,000 subscribers when they bought the 100,000 subscribers. I just think it's ridiculous. It's borderline like sociopath to me. And I just don't get it, because there's no end game to this. Like, I would love for somebody that's bought fake followers that might be watching this to explain to me what your end game is. You're going to buy 100,000 fake followers, and then 100,000 people are going to follow you just because the first 100,000 fake ones did, because they think it's real, and they're going to do all your workouts, even if your workouts suck. That's not going to happen. This comes down to the quality of your content and finding an audience that you can marry to it. And if you can't figure that out, you're not going to grow. It doesn't matter how many followers you buy. So that's probably what's happening there with people and these ratios and million subscribers and 100,000 views. Although, you know what? There are channels with 1 million subscribers that do get 100,000 legitimate views, because not every video is going to be a winner. So anyway, that's my take on it. Yeah, just seeing your comment there, Annaline. That's the thing with fitness videos, guys. This is not the same as somebody browsing for entertainment or news or anything like that in YouTube. You guys think about it yourself. If you're doing a workout, are you going to get up in the morning, go to YouTube and start looking for a workout? Chances are you're on a bit of a schedule, whether it's morning, noon, or night. And hey, Bobo, go lay down. And one dog stalking the other. Hey, go lay down, please. You're going to basically line up your workouts ahead of time. You may not have like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday thing, but you may go through browsing when you have some time and you'll see a workout you like and you'll save it to a playlist, or you'll like it so it pops up on your liked videos. Then when it's time for you to actually do a workout, you've got a short list of workouts to choose from. So that's, in a lot of cases, what will happen. I mean, you're going to get the tire kickers that will watch your video and just take off. But you're going to get the people that are watching it for a few seconds just to register that they like it, and then they're going to save it, and they're going to actually do it in its totality later. So yeah, having a 3-4 minute average watch time on a video is not a big deal on a 20-minute video. It seems like it is, but it's really not. I mean, I have the same thing. I have videos that are 20 minutes long that have 6-7 minute average view durations and stuff, and I don't worry about that. That's actually pretty good. This or That Fitness, the app analytic track is another good one for tracking analytics of the channels. Yeah, I've never checked that one out. I'll have to have a look. Kirsten, yes, review my channel. Okay, Kirsten, we'll touch base after this, and basically you can send me an email. My email should be on the channel there. If not, just comment on one of the videos and I'll see it, and we'll connect and we'll set it up, because I want to do the manager thing ahead of time so that we're not scrambling on when we're live tomorrow trying to figure it out. So Val, you want to do your channel as well? We can do that too, Val. I'll touch base with you today and we'll set it up, and then we'll do that tomorrow. Oh, you're gonna miss it, Annaline? No worries. I was saying before, guys, if any of you just joined us, if you guys have fitness followings and stuff like that might be interested in this channel, by all means, feel free to share the live stream. I mean, the more people that we can get on board watching this, the more good questions that come out, and it just makes it that much more fun. So feel free to share. And also, if you haven't already, please feel free to like as well, because when somebody comes in and finds the live stream, it's nice to see some likes there that they think it's actually pretty good. Okay, where are we at? Oh, I'm missing some here. Oh, wow, I'm missing a bunch. Case Pilati, I found a keyword on Google Trends with 3,500%, but the competition is way too big for that. So I know it would not rank. Does it make sense to go for it? Make sure I understand this. Found a keyword on Google Trends. If you think the competition is too big for the keyword, I would go for it anyway. If it's a rising keyword, go for it. If it's a popular key phrase, you can add it, because I mean, it's still relevant. You just may not want to use it in the title and stuff like that. The thing you have to watch with the rising keywords too, you'll see some rising searches that are breakout searches, and it could be something like a misspelled word. Like if 5 people were to spell the word dumbbell incorrectly, which does happen, that could make dumbbell workout a breakout search because somebody didn't spell dumbbell correctly. So always be on the lookout for that stuff, for any inaccuracies or mistakes that might be in the spelling. And also if a if a search goes from 0 searches and it's a brand new product or something and there's 5 or 10 in a month, that also makes it a breakout search. So sometimes you have to kind of read through that and make sure that it may not be as rising and breakout as you think. Yeah, guys, anybody that's new here, make sure you throw your channels in the comments. Something that I know a lot of the guys here do is they like to support one another. And I've said it before, I'm not really big on the like for like stuff, but I think in here we've got a bit of a community going. And from what I've seen myself, you guys actually support one another, check out each other's videos, comment and things like that. So that actually has some value to it. And it also helps you guys to do, you can steal each other's workout ideas, whatever. I don't think anybody here is in competition with one another. So throw your channel link in the comments so that people can follow you and definitely take advantage of that. Zanil, can you advise on how niching down can grow a channel? In South Africa, in terms of fitness channels, the growth is very slow and average watch time is low. I can't speak a lot on what's trending in South Africa. I don't know if it's exactly the same as North America, but certainly if you're not, like, again, Zanil, I don't know if you speak English, if you have like an English, a heavy accent or anything like that, but you can always play in the North American market because it is the biggest market on YouTube, and you can follow the trends on the North American side. Maybe South Africa, there's just not as many people that are using YouTube for fitness purposes. I'm not sure on that. But basically niching down does help you grow, because if you're trying to, again, put it this way, if my channel was about growing a YouTube channel, this particular channel, I'm competing with guys that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But when my channel is about growing a fitness YouTube channel, I don't have too much competition in this realm, and the competition I have does not have the experience in this area that I have. So that's why people are finding me. And I mean, right now, I think I'm at about 550 subscribers, but I guarantee you that I'll be monetized by the summer. And I guarantee you that the trajectory of my growth will continue for the next several years. This channel will be quite successful. I have zero doubt of that. So, and that's the thing. You would think that if I was talking to all YouTube channels, I should be bigger, but that's not really how it works. By being fitness, there is no shortage of people on YouTube who are trying to grow fitness channels. I can assure you that there's hundreds of thousands of them. If I can find those guys, then I'm doing good. I don't need to find everybody because I'm not for everybody. I'm much more specific to this genre. So it's the same thing for what you guys are doing. You can try and promote yourself as the channel for everyone, but the fact of the matter is, even if somebody subscribes to you, they're not going to be subscribing just to you. They're going to be doing a variety of different channels and workouts. They're going to have a few favorites. Hopefully you're one of them, but to expect that they're going to be completely dedicated to you is not going to happen. So why don't you specialize in something that attracts a certain person and try and fill a void in the genre that's not being filled. I've talked in the past about, right now, I think seniors fitness is huge. I think kids fitness is huge. I think cycling and spinning workouts are huge. These are areas that are not being populated nearly as much, and huge growth opportunities. But in saying that, you can't just pop off a kids workout in the midst of a channel that has 50 other kinds of workouts. If you're going to go in that direction, focus on that direction. If you're going to go in the seniors direction, focus on that direction. If you were going to do a channel for, low impact workouts for people with arthritis issues, go in that direction and stay there. It's going to be slow for a while, but once you get found and it works. And that's basically how the niching down actually helps you grow in the long term. If that answers your question. This or that fitness. Would you ever recommend pulling and deleting a video that just completely flops in terms of very low number of views and watch time after a few days and counting? Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So, well, if I'm not mistaken, your channel's only been around for a few months. Correct me if I'm wrong. In that case, you haven't given a video enough time to decide whether or not it's going to grow or not. So I would leave it around. And the thing is too, is that any views and watch time that a video gets, it counts against your 1,000, like your 4,000 watch hours in a year. So I think if anything, unless it's just next to zero views, I would basically just sorry guys, some comments are coming here. You can unlist it, and that way your view count, like your watch time, still remains. If you delete the video, you also lose that watch time, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So just basically leave it in there, but leave it for a while. I mean, particularly right now, you know what? I'm gonna bring up your channel because I can't remember. This or that fitness. See if I can find you guys. There we go. Here, we'll do another share screen so I can. There we go. So yeah, so I'm just looking here, guys. You just started your channel a month ago. So I mean, give your videos a chance. You know what I mean? Like you never know when they're going to catch on. I don't see any, like all your videos have done relatively the same. You've got the one that seemed to jump out there, the cardio kickboxing. But no, give them all a chance. Keep them around because right now too, you want to populate this bottom row here. You see where it's still white. I always tell people when they're starting out is as quickly as possible, get your channel populated, get all that filled in so it looks nice and full and people can tell that it's a vibrant platform that's always adding videos and stuff. And then once you get it filled in and you're going from there, then you can start to, you know, unlist videos if you think they're really bad or they don't match with where you're going and that sort of thing. That would be my, my 2 cents on it. So give it a chance. We're back. Kirsten. I think the support in this fitness community on YouTube is second to none. We're all in the same boat and understand the challenges. Let's keep going, guys. There is no one in the world just like you. I agree, Kirsten. Anybody, like, if you guys want to see, and I thought about this last week, but one of my favorite YouTube channels, and write this down, guys, is a channel called Camping with Steve. And you got to check this out. This gentleman, he lives in Canada. He's out in Western Canada, and his videos are once a week. He just goes camping. His production quality is not great. There's really, it's a guy that goes into the woods or a park and he stealth camps and he sets up a tent and he'll make ravioli or something. Like, this guy has 500,000 followers, and his followers love him. And it's a perfect example of how somebody's personality can just take them to the moon, regardless of production quality or what they have at their disposal. I think this guy just films with a GoPro. It's very primitive, but check out his channel because to me, it fascinates me. He will put up a video and 2 hours later, he's got 35,000 views on it because people just enjoy this guy. You don't have to have the best production quality. You don't have to have the best studio or anything like that. But basically it's just a matter of, you know, finding your niche, developing a personality, or, you know, working around your personality if you're shy, and you'll see people. There's somebody out there for everybody, just like in the world of love. There's somebody out there for everybody. And I guarantee you there's an audience that will relate to your story and your channel. So that's why it's important just to niche down and just find who you are on here and carve out your own little niche on YouTube. Don't copy anyone else. Don't try and be a poor man's version of somebody who's popular. You do you, and I guarantee you it will work if you put the time and the effort into it. Good morning, Sharon. I'm like 20 minutes late saying good morning to you. Senior shape, I wouldn't delete a video. Yeah, no, it's the same thing, senior shape. I agree. Sorry, guys, I'm catching up here. Where do we go? Whoa, I'm way behind. TubeBuddy suggested a tag that is the name of one of our competitors and not a well-known brand, a very niche competitor. Is it wrong or wise to use a competitor's channel name as a tag? I try and avoid it, but I mean, you can try it. Add it in one time, the tag, and see if that video happens to do better. Because again, you can go into those analytics on that particular video, see if it's showing up in more search results, if the click-through rates are higher, and if it is, then keep using that tag. Again, it's not something I try to do, but for the most part, they're not going to know. And as long as you're not trying to steal their entire idea or something, like you're doing your own thing, which you guys are, so try it. Just try it and compare. Kirsten Quickfit, what's my opinion on shorts? I found they've gotten a lot of views and have gotten more subs. Yeah, we talked about this last week because Val had mentioned that she did a short video on a donkey kick, and it's like 60 seconds, and it got, what was it, Val, 3,000 views. So basically my understanding from reading, what's going on here? I'm all tangled up myself. So my understanding is that YouTube is now trying to offer competition to TikTok by promoting shorts more so. So even if it doesn't really mix with what you're doing, I've heard enough about it that I would attempt to do a few shorts, even if it's just quick 60-second videos on your phone, or little tutorials or things like that, and just see how they do. Because if they're surfacing more, obviously you can jump in on this now before it gets to be a real big thing, and it may basically run some traffic to your channel that'll get you some subscribers. So I definitely recommend people do some research on shorts and try a couple and see how they do, because it is something that's happening right now. And that's my understanding, is that the algorithm is promoting shorts over anything else right now because they're trying to offer some competition to the TikTok platform. Good morning, Kim. Thanks for the like. Sharon, I consulted with Regan, who's very much worth the time and money. Thank you, Sharon. And yeah, if anybody's just joining us, Sharon had purchased one of the one-on-one consultations where we basically go through the analytics on her channel, find the pain points, and kind of design a bit of a plan of things to change that will optimize the channel. That's available on the Buy Me a Coffee thing up here, as well as interval timers and email templates, and there's some sponsorship stuff in there as well. There was a company last week that was open to having you guys contact them about doing reviews on their products and stuff, and I've added that. So I'm always adding stuff on there. I don't always announce it on here. That's the one thing, is I don't have a community platform here where I can post messages to you guys, but check it out. Thanks, this or that fitness. Thank you, Zanil. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure that if people are subscribing to you, that you're subscribing back. Support one another. Something I wanted to ask you guys too. Would you guys be interested if I started a Facebook channel to connect to this page? Because I was thinking on I've got my at Regan Rogerson on Instagram. If you guys want to follow there, I'm kind of starting to use it more for this channel to post messages or updates on upcoming things and stuff. So follow there, but I might also start a Facebook channel as well, just as a place where I can actually type messages to people and leave messages on things that are coming up. So if you guys are interested in that, I will fire that up. Kim, you'd follow the Facebook page? Good to know. I will work on that. Same thing, senior shape. Okay, good. I will start that, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna tell you guys about it, but I will try and find a way. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll have the page ready, and then I'll leave the address. So yeah, if you guys are just joining us, there is a live stream tomorrow morning as well. Same time, 10 a.m. Joe Arco is going to be here in studio. If you look up Joe, I think he's at Joe Arco on Instagram, or you can Google him. He is one of the top fitness business consultants in Canada right now. I've known Joe for several years. Joe is a personal trainer. He's a nutritionist. He's had TV shows here in Canada. He's a speaker now, and he has a huge client roster of people that he works with, along with his partner, Sarah. And he's going to be here in studio. Getting advice from Joe is usually, it costs money. So the fact that he's going to be here for a couple hours for free, definitely check in. We're going to do some live channel reviews as well. And it's a great opportunity for you guys to fire some questions to Joe as well, and get some feedback on your channels, on your training brands, on your strategies moving forward in 2021, because he's got a lot of insights to offer. This or That Fitness. How large of an audience in terms of subscriber count would you recommend before starting to do lives? Otherwise, we just prefer to have well-designed videos until we actually get live watchers. I think you can start lives anytime. I would just make sure, like, if you haven't watched it yet, watch the video that I did on how to properly set up a live stream. don't use today as an example, but I did have one set up there, and practice it a bit, because the nice thing about live streams is the accumulation of watch time. In order to get monetized, as everybody probably knows, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in a single year, or I should say a 365-day span. So getting that watch time can be hard. So basically, that's one thing about live streams. If you have 5 or 10 people that watch your channel for, even if it's a 30-minute workout, it bumps up your live stream. Like, I had one of these live streams that I did that it got, I think it was 130 hours of watch time in 24 hours. So that's the big advantage here. And you might as well start this now, because the sooner you guys can get monetized. Oh, one sec, guys. Camera's off again. And we are back. So yeah, so as I was saying, the sooner you guys get monetized, the sooner this becomes like an opportunity for it to be a brand that pays you. So if doing a live stream every week helps, I mean, when I started doing live streams in this channel, I probably only had a couple hundred subscribers. And when I went into my first live stream, which was probably December, I truly did not know if anybody was going to watch it. And there was probably 11 or 12 people out. And even now, I mean, I've got 13 viewers as we speak, which it seems to always average around that 15 mark of people that will watch the entire thing. But it's a nice accumulation of watch time, and it gives you guys a chance to connect on an emotional level with your subscribers, which is huge in the world of fitness, as we all know. So I don't think there's any reason to, and of course now my low battery thing's on. I don't think there's any reason not to start right now, and at least start kind of preparing for it. So guys, I'm going to change batteries here. So bear with me. It'll take me just 2 seconds before that goes off. All right, this is going to be one of those days. Sorry, guys. If you're just joining, I mentioned I broke an HDMI cable right before I was going to go on today. So I had to do a quick change to an old camera with a different USB cord. And this camera's battery doesn't last very long. And that's what's causing this pixelation in my hands and stuff. So do what we got to do. Fix it up for tomorrow. All right, where are we at here? Victoria Sequence, you'd follow Facebook. Okay, guys, I'll make a Facebook group today. So it's a place where we can connect and stuff as well. And I'll send the address out tomorrow on the live stream, so you'll know where it's at. It's hard to tell because, I mean, I like Facebook better than Instagram for actually having relationships with your community, because Instagram is just kind of posting away and stuff. So there's not a lot of interaction. So that's great. Oh, thanks, Val. I appreciate that. I try. Senior Shape Fitness. There's a chunk of drop subs too. Strange. It seems all at once. It happened in the last few months for me. Guys, that most likely you'll see it on Instagram sometimes too, where your subs will drop a bit. There are people that buy fake subs and then lose them by big chunks, but there are fake subscribers that will subscribe to you for what appears to be no reason. You'll see it happen where somebody who is following 300-400 people and they have 7 followers and they're following you for some reason. I don't know what the value is in doing that, because it happens to me too. But every now and then, all these platforms, they will zap that. And you'll see like 6 or 7 of these people will fall off. And so whether it's Instagram or YouTube, it's going to happen everywhere. So I wouldn't panic about it too much at all. Oh, wow. I'm actually caught up. Perfect. I can have a drink of coffee. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. I like this new mic that I've got, but it needs to be up here somewhere. So I think I'm going to get one of those nice boom arms for it. Everyone quiet all of a sudden. Is everybody seeing half decent growth on their channels now over the last few weeks? This is the month where it should be good. So I try and check in on most of your channels when I can. I'm a YouTube creep. I jump around looking at channels. Have a good day, Val. What's your thoughts on posting on Reddit? I've heard the site can be gnarly. Reddit's like any other, it's an internet within the internet. I think any of that stuff, Victoria, is valuable. You trying to utilize Pinterest or Reddit or things like that, because absolute worst case, like it's you can use it for SEO because it's creating links to your channel. Just make sure you post in the right groups. And I mean, yeah, you have to be thick-skinned on stuff, because sometimes you'll post something and then people will have their comments about it. And that's just the nature of people in 2021. But no, take advantage of it. I've looked into ways to try and use Reddit. It wasn't really anything that was producing enough for me to really bother with it too much. Yeah, like it never hurts to try that stuff out and see, because again, when you look at your 28-day analytics, it will show you where your traffic's coming from. And it'll say like, okay, 50% of your traffic came from YouTube search results, 7% of your traffic came from Facebook, I mean, you can try that for a month to see how it goes. And if it says, if anything over 10% of your traffic's coming from Reddit, then it might be worth hanging on to. It's the same thing as Instagram and those other platforms, though, is it's hard to tell if it's really, excuse me, helping with growth, and not hindering it in a way. Because if people are kind of doing that drive-by, checking out your channel for 2 seconds just out of pure nosiness and then abandoning it, that's going to hurt the watch time and the click-through rates and stuff. So just kind of be aware of that. And then after trying it for a month, just look at the analytics and see if it made things better or worse. That would be my advice with it. Kirsten, you've seen some growth, following the lead on spin bike, body specific and senior workouts, advice and content is really helpful. Yeah, I think you and I talked about this the other day. The spin bike workouts and exercycle workouts, I have a good feeling that that's going to be something good, because it's the Peloton is really the hot thing right now in the world of home fitness, but it is out of so many people's price ranges. But much like a stability ball or a set of dumbbells, there are a lot of people that have an exercise bike back in a corner with laundry hanging off of it. And this time of year, they want to try and do something. So if you create these workouts, which are, a hybrid of maybe body weight exercises with exercise bike or spin bike exercises, and do kind of like this cardio strength workout, I think if you were consistent with that and posting one a week, or I think there is definitely, excuse me, an audience for that. And it's worth trying, because again, it's capitalizing on the popularity of Peloton by creating kind of a poor man's Peloton. But in this case, you're not trying to copy Peloton. You're trying to give an option for people who don't have that bike. So definitely a worthwhile venture to attempt to do. Anneline, you're getting a handful of subs every day. That's good. I have no doubt that your channel is going to be kind of even like this one is, or you're going to slowly see the subscribers go up and go up and go up, and your daily subscriber rate. You'll have those little dips during the week, and then you'll have your dip in the summer. But you've got so much content, and it's just so clean and tidy, and the channel looks good. There's I guarantee you're going to get the subscribers. Then for you, your next level, your thought process right now should be keeping subscribers, not getting them, because I think your channel is perfectly set up to get subscribers. So now it's going to be a matter, is the content going to keep them on board, which I think it is. But that's great to hear. Kim, you're going to do some spin classes, but you were thinking of doing a separate channel for that. Thoughts? I think, Kim, I would keep it on the same channel. You're still in your early growth stages, so and this is still in the fitness realm. So I would keep it on there for now. I don't think it's not enough of a, like if you were going to add kids workouts, for example, I don't think that would mix with what you're doing, but a spin workout I think could. Again, I can only put things in context of what I understand. With my channel, one of the big popular things on my channel is turning out to be sandbag workouts, which I actually do myself. And one of those situations where the most popular stuff on my channel is the kettlebell workouts. And in most cases, it's the stuff that Jacqueline does. But on when I do these sandbag workouts, there's a groundswell of people that keep telling me that they love the sandbag workouts. They can't find sandbag workouts anywhere on YouTube. So they stick around for just the sandbag workouts, even though my channel's got kettlebell, dumbbell, all that other stuff on it. So I think you could add that. And if you see an audience for it, like maybe start doing one a week, spin workouts, and just slowly see if there's an audience for it. Create its own playlist and just watch and see. I don't think you need to make a new channel. I think that's just a whole other headache. You should be focusing all power on that one channel right now. Just my opinion, but I don't think you have to do that. Oh, no worries, Anneline. Like I said, you were one of my early conversations that I had. So, I mean, it was hard looking at your channel and trying to find out what was wrong with it, because it was very well done. No problem, Kim. So who's able to show up tomorrow for Joe? Some of you? Hopefully. I'll be curious to see if more people show up tomorrow for Joe, because maybe I'm on the wrong day. I don't know. Now I just have to hustle and figure out how to fix that camera by tomorrow. I even bought a new lens for my camera just for the live stream today that now I can't use. So really fun. You settle. Also, for any of you guys that are on Instagram, and if you haven't already, I have started up another business on there. This is totally off topic, but Nexus Canvases is what it's called. I'll actually type it in here. Yeah, Nexus Canvases on Instagram. Basically, this is a fulfillment center that I started for local photographers and artists who are not able to work right now because of COVID. And what we're doing is we're taking their existing collections of art, some of which is like gorgeous, in addition to doing some like vintage movie canvas art and comic book art and a few things like that. All tangled up. And basically we're creating a way for them to sell it and make some money during these lockdowns and stuff. So even just following the channel, I know some of you already are, definitely feel free to follow it. And we're growing that. We're going to be launching a website this month. It's powered by a company called MB Artist, which is a client of mine. And I'm really excited with this. And I know a lot of the photographers are as well, because some of them have been really suffering over the last year. So if you're bored today and you want to check out a new channel and see what I'm doing when I'm not doing these live streams and fitness videos and other stuff, that's my new side thing. So it's my shameless plug for my other business. Weekly staff meeting on Thursdays. Open the stream in the background. Yeah, it should be fun. Like I said, Joe and I are we're buddies as well, so I'm sure there'll be lots of razzing and teasing and God knows what. So it'll be good. There'll be some good info in there, and I'm just curious to excuse me, to see how you guys like it when other people come on, because it's nice sometimes. Like I'm confident in my experience in this industry, but it always is nice when somebody comes from a slightly different background and they're able to give their 2 cents as well. Because oftentimes, like just like James last week, he's able to give info and opinions from a different perspective, from a different place, and that sort of thing. Like I know what Joe and his partner Sarah do is they work a lot with personal trainers who are building their brands. Now they don't focus just on digital. They were very much focused on the physical brands and how to properly market and that for personal trainers and really create a nice robust income. Now I think, and Joe will be able to explain this better, but they've really started to pivot now into more of a digital philosophy because of the current situation we're in. And quite frankly, I don't think the fitness industry, as far as the physical industry, is going back to where it was before ever. I think this has been a monumental change, and I think there's going to be a huge transition to more of a digital thing. And I think the physical training and business is going to be accompanying the digital, which is going to become the primary. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. And I think that's kind of where he's going as well. But should be interesting. And yeah, as I said, like we're living in strange times right now, and I'll be curious to see where it goes. I've even considered a lot I've been thinking about it a lot lately, because my lease on this place here is coming up, and I've considered going to YouTube full time. I actually considered taking that leap to set the example for you guys, and either I'm going to go headfirst into a mountain or thrive. And I thought that'd be something where I could literally document my own growth, because I've got a pretty okay income on the fitness channel now, that I could get by with. It would be hard with trying to manage all the overhead of this, but I've considered basically not folding my agency, but just less clients, more one-off projects, and then putting a big focus on my own digital brand, which it could come to be. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do that, but you guys will be the first to find out if I do. Hit your goals. I'm excited to hear tomorrow's live stream, although I work, so I can't always ask questions. I toss in my headset while I work. Just fire off all your questions at once, Kim. Just throw them at the front, and I'll go back and look at them. Sharon, do you think after 7 months at 348 and 1.8K, heading in the right direction? Definitely more happening in the last few months. Yeah, this is the time it's going to happen, Sharon. And the nice thing about fitness is that you get those peaks and valleys. Like, I think as we head into March, you're going to see your channels go down a bit in terms of growth. But then when April hits and it starts getting sunny, and as hopefully more COVID restrictions are being lifted, everyone's going to hit the panic button, and then you'll get that real busy May and June as people are trying to get in shape for the summer. So if you want some advice on an idea for 2-3 months from now, start creating some sort of a 30-day body transformation program, summer ready, bikini ready, whatever, and start prepping that behind the scenes, and then release that, I would say, around mid-April, and you'll see a nice groundswell from that as well. That could also be something you could sell as a membership tiered thing. You could have the whole thing set up on Patreon or Facebook membership, or YouTube memberships, or even buy me a coffee, and you could sell it for X amount of dollars and make some money. It's just options. Sharon, you're going to pop in for a while. That's awesome. Kim, what do you think about a 2-week pre-wedding workout program? I think it's great. It kind of just ties into what we were just saying. I think, though, it needs to be more than 2 weeks, because brides are panicking about their wedding a year before their wedding. I know this from when I started out as a videographer. I used to book weddings in the summertime and film them. And literally I'd be hearing from them like a year out, and then I'd be hearing from 6 months, and then 5 months, and 4 months. So there's such a panic leading up to it. I think if you could extend it, even if you didn't do more workouts, but you set up the structure of it, it could be as much as a document that basically uses the workouts you've already done. Structure out the workouts, and here's, week 1, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, here's what you do, week 2, week 3, and use the workouts that you've already collected, and then just sell that document as, that along with maybe a sugar cleanse or a nutrition program, as something that you can basically, $50, $100, they can buy that and everything's there. It's like all the workouts are there, the links to the workouts, here's the structure. That might be a way to do it, but I would make that like a 60-day or 90-day thing, because I think it comes off as more legitimate. And I think the panic level in terms of losing weight for a bride to be is not 2 weeks before the wedding. It's 3-4 months before the wedding. That would be my opinion on that. But it's a great idea, though. So I'm trying to think where we're leaving as we're winding down here. doing the whole legal marriage thing in June. So I was thinking I could connect with others that way. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good way to sell it. If you're actually getting married as well, then it becomes something where they're kind of going through the whole process with you. I like that. That's good. Yeah, it's just, I mean, even if you do it, 2-week emergency bride, be ready bride program, it's a good idea. I think you could extend it without creating too much extra work for yourself and probably get a lot of extra out of it. So looks like the questions are winding down, guys. But yeah, if anybody is just joining, what are the takeaways from today? At Regan Rogerson up in this corner. This is where I usually do any kind of like just written updates on what we're doing on this channel. And buymeacoffee.com/trainerhub is a great spot for if you're looking for things like thumbnail templates, interval timers, stuff like that that's hard to get by to basically kind of put some polish on your workout videos. That's the place to get them. And if you DM me, I can usually get it in a specific color for you quite easily as well. What else are we doing here? Facebook group. I'm going to start a Facebook group today so we can connect on there as well. And that's basically all I can think about. I hope you guys can make it out tomorrow. As I said, I think it should be a special show. We tried to get Joe to come on today onto this channel, but it was kind of hard on the schedule. And plus, I kind of feel like this Wednesday thing should just be dedicated to you guys with Q&As. It enables me to take more of your questions, whereas tomorrow may be more Joe and I talking about different things in the industry, and you guys can jump in with questions where you want, or you can just listen to us or what have you. So there will be definitely some good content that comes out though. And if I see these things working, I'm going to look at bringing more people on for live Q&As. Ideally, I'm also thinking I'm bringing on some YouTubers that are seeing success, particularly financial success doing YouTube, and reaching out to them and connecting and trying to find out some of the things that they did to help their channels grow, which hopefully will help you guys get your channels to grow. So, but let's see, well, we're 1:15 in, guys. I think what I'll do, it seems that we're winding down since we have a whole other show tomorrow. We will call it a day on this unless you guys have any additional questions. As always, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for supporting this channel, for supporting the videos. Please make sure you like this video, share them if you can, spread the word. I'm really happy with how this channel is growing. The more it grows, the better it is for everybody. And as I said, this might be my full-time job soon. You don't know. So all the extra help you get, boys, do not fight over those wires. Stop. But yeah, we'll call it a day, guys, because this camera's driving me bananas. And yeah, I will reach out. If any of you guys want to do a channel assessment tomorrow, make sure you DM me. It's regan@208inc.com. It's also in the about section on the channel if you can't find it, or just throw it in the comments and I'll find a way to connect with you, and we'll set that up ahead of time. So I know Val mentioned it, and I think Kirsten mentioned it. And yeah, Living Love Fit. I didn't even see you in there today. What's going on? All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much. I will talk to you guys soon now. Take care.